Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. The question of the day is, I've just handed you 10 million US dollars. You only have 24 hours to spend it. What are you gonna buy? And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. For some reason, this news has kind of taken over the space, and a lot of people believe that this is going to be like a gigantic pivotal change in the way that people think about the market. Do you see that? What is that? What was that craziness going on over here? It was like shaking. That's kind of weird. Meta, formerly known as Facebook, has followed the footsteps of other platforms such as Google and Facebook. That's weird. And will soon be allowing spot Bitcoin ETF advertisements on Facebook and on Instagram. Major players in the tech industry have begun embracing crypto. I don't think that's what is happening. That's the weirdest. This is a broken website. Have begun embracing the crypto market, with products such as spot Bitcoin ETFs witnessing considerable interest over the past few weeks. I think they've always been in the market. It's just now we publicly know that they are there. The possibility that platforms such as Facebook and Instagram might permit advertisements for spot Bitcoin ETFs was made in an observation by Nate Garassi, the president of ETF Store. Okay. Who suggested that Facebook and Instagram could soon permit advertisements for spot Bitcoin ETFs. We got news, I think it was like 2 days ago, that Google is now doing the same. People found Fidelity and BlackRock ads on there. And the interesting news is that these have been banned since around 2018. Back then, for some reason, everything crypto was terrible and evil. So every single company basically announced that you were not able to promote cryptocurrencies. But of course, as Fidelity and BlackRock move into the space, you can't really tell them no. They said Alphabet has begun approving ads for Bitcoin ETFs on its platforms, which include Google Search and YouTube. In the U.S., following the SEC's approval, according to a spokesperson, Facebook and Instagram may soon follow suit. Parent company Meta is currently updating its U.S. policies in light of the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision, end quote. Garassi called Facebook a boomer honeypot, same thing, hinting that the platform's user base, which consists of a significant portion of older users, could play a crucial role in broadening the reach of spot Bitcoin ETF advertisements. The idea being, and this is the way that it was explained in many places, is that if older people are using it and they're slightly more concerned with retiring sooner than other people, you should all, by the way, be consumed and concerned with retiring earlier. You do not want to be broke and have no money by the time you're 75 and you can't retire. That would not work out too well with you. However, the majority of people on Facebook, I don't know anyone who actually uses Facebook anymore. Like I only have older members of the family who still like really use Facebook, but everyone else is mainly on TikTok and Instagram at this point. So if you have the ads there, and these are people who are concerned about retiring in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15 years or something like that, and they see that Bitcoin is there and they see that the gains that Bitcoin has had on TV, therefore it might all mesh together. So it's multiple news stories in one, if you will. The ETF news will not stop, no matter what we do or how we try to get away from it. It's always there in some sort of way. The Ethereum ETF news has like lightly slowed down in the last couple days, but with all the talk of things happening either between March and May, I'm still seeing both dates, the middle of March or like May 22nd or something like that for Ethereum ETFs. And it's like, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, prices will still rise. Everyone stop fixating on the exact same weird thing. Yeah, that's the Facebook, Meta, and Goggle are now allowing Bitcoin ETF ads on their platform. And yeah, let's move on. Also in what? We don't even have to, I don't understand. Okay. So apparently, FTX has to fully repay their customers. This is according to a court hearing. However, the full recovery of customer assets is unfortunately for those waiting for their money based on the point of FTX's actual bankruptcy when the markets were already in turmoil. So as far as I've been reading, one, this is popular news because it has the letters FTX in it. People just won't let it drop to the ground. They scared you for so long that they're trying to make it seem like it's still something absolutely relevant to the market in some sort of way. So the news is FTX went bankrupt, but they weren't really bankrupt. We even heard that from Sam Bankman-Fried before the entire trial began. He was like, no, we still have money. We can give everyone their money back. But they were, what was it? FTX was forced to, I think, lock up their assets and give it to the SEC in the Bahamas. I think that's what it was. It was I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Some really weird thing that ended up happening. And now all the people who have claims against them are going to be fully repaid. Also in the news as well, I don't have a tab here. Basically, FTX still has a lot of crypto. And one of the things that they're thinking about is, and this is nonsensical, is selling off that crypto to be able to give people their money back, as opposed to giving these people directly back the crypto that they had with FTX. See what I'm saying? It's the entire Mt. Gox thing. If you lost 14 Bitcoin, give her back 14 Bitcoin. Don't give her a US dollar equivalent of what those 14 Bitcoin were worth 17 and a half years ago. It doesn't make any sense. So you're going to start seeing that as well popping up into like scary news over the course of the next couple of weeks, because it's been found out that they're trying to pay all these people back or will be paying people back. However, the money needs to come from somewhere. Same exact thing where we got a month or two ago from Genesis and Alameda are also, I think, paying people back, their creditors, their debtors, the people who they owers, and they have to sell off some crypto. And one of the news stories really tried to make it as dramatic as possible. I think they're selling off I think it was like $128 million or something like that. And the news articles were like, crypto market to drop. And it's like, no, that's not how that works, especially if you sell off like 5 million per day over the course of because remember, Grayscale was selling like 500 million a day. That's why the market was going down. So anyway, yeah. That's the FTX news. It will probably never leave us alone until the entire thing is done. And then we'll hear about it again in the next couple of years as to peanut butter sandwich and haircuts and all the other stuff that was happening with Sam Bankman-Fried news. That's the FTX news. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in yay news, Hong Kong's push to establish regulations for stablecoins has garnered attention from prominent financial entities, including the International Division of China's Harvest Fund Management. That name is way too long. This development was captured in a recent report by Bloomberg, citing sources familiar with the matter. Can you imagine if they said, yeah, this happened from Bloomberg and we don't even know who these people are. They just gave us information. Per the report, this is wait for this sentence. Per the report, Harvest Global Investments Limited, fintech specialist RD Technologies, and crypto exchange traded fund aspirant Venture Smart Financial Holdings Limited, that was all one thing, are engaged in discussing with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority regarding planned stablecoin trials within regulatory sandboxes. Last month, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the Financial Services, and the Treasury Bureau initiated a consultation on the stablecoin regulations. They highlighted that the sandbox will serve to communicate supervisory standards. However, sources caution that the framework may not be finalized by March's end. Oh no, no one really is stablecoins. And participation in the trials is not assured for all interested parties. Cool. So, for those of you who missed it last year, one of the biggest things in crypto was the idea that Hong Kong was getting into the space. This was because people were posting a bunch of articles stating, excuse me, why'd I do it right into the microphone? People were stating that Hong Kong opening up their doors to crypto would allow people in China to be able to, to be able to like deal in crypto and buy crypto again. And then I said like in 7 different videos, for those of you who missed it, crypto buying and selling are not illegal within China. It's cryptocurrency trading. Actively day trading, that's what's illegal. You can buy and sell as much as your wallet will allow you to. And what was the other thing? There was some other thing. Oh yeah, mining as well. Mining is legal, but you need like government approval, and only certain companies have government approval, and we can kind of, only assumption as to why. So the idea that Hong Kong is getting into the market, and we had news before that apparently, allegedly, some people were taking trains down south, going to Hong Kong and buying up crypto and trading it and rolling around in the streets and all their cryptocurrencies as happy as they were. And now the news is that Hong Kong is apparently planning on trying to have some type of a stable coin thing. Stable coins are only really popular in the realm of high amount day trading. If you're trading huge amounts of money and or want some kind of stability, if you see the market is going down, you swap into a stable coin. A lot of countries have tried launching their central bank digital currencies, and they're not really working that well. So the news apparently now is that a bunch of countries are working with companies to develop stable coins that kind of would do the exact same thing and would allow entities to be able to trade in a stable fiat currency value on a blockchain ? I mean, we can already trade value the way that we kind of have. There's no real direct reason for 8,000 companies to create multiple different stable coins across different platforms, and sometimes some of them are not even on like decentralized blockchains. So cool. A lot of times, as I told you before, a lot of people writing these news stories, I think, are relatively new to the space and don't understand the idea that stable coins are also centralized. They're run by centralized entities. And just because a country or companies are going to be dealing in stable coins and or blockchain, it's not Bitcoin. It has nothing to do with decentralization, but these stories always end up being popular because it's the assumption that, well, if you dip your toes in the blockchain soup pool, maybe you'll go for a full swim, and Bitcoin is also in there as well, as long as with Ethereum and all these. It's like that's the generalized idea, but they're going to create this. They're not going to have a lot of people who are using it. At this point, I'm kind of waiting for like a grand consortium of countries or entities to come together and just kind of use a stable coin or create one and use that one. And maybe we'll have like 7 or 8 big ones on the planet, but everyone creating their own isn't a solution to the central bank digital currency conundrum that they currently all have going on. So cool. That's Hong Kong back in the news once again, because that's the way that the cookie crumbles. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Also in yay! 6, like the number 6, Asia Next crypto derivative trading platform has launched the 6 reference rate crypto and 6 real-time crypto indexes, aiming to be a reference point for institutional investors. Focusing on significant crypto assets, What? Such as Bitcoin and Ethereum? That's crazy. These indexes aim to provide a comprehensive market overview and performance metrics. So where do I even, these are just indexes. I don't know how to sugarcoat it any other type of way. Over the course of the last like 4 or 5 years, for some reason, there are a lot of companies who are nearly exclusively just trying to create price indexes for the cryptocurrency market. The problem is that we already have them in multiple different places. Like I think even Yahoo Finance also has one, and they all aim to be different in some sort of way, but they're really not. The point of these indexes, like these institutional indexes, is to basically have a place where like as much information as possible can be almost like coagulated, consumed. I'll use consumed in one place at one given time. So instead of just having the price, the market cap, and the coins, you would have how many people are on the network, how much money is flowing through it, how many people are mining it, blah, 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 blah. You kind of continue on from there. But it gets to a certain point where you can't really create any new information. So why would I want to use this new one, this reference thing, when I can just go to the one that BlackRock has, or the one that Yahoo has, or the one that any other cryptocurrency exchange also has as well? This news used to be, not this one on the screen, but this kind of news used to be very popular a number of years ago, as we first began to hear that a number of larger institutions like Fidelity, like I think Bank of America, I think was also one of them, began to announce these like crypto indexes where they would show all this information, and it was like, cool, so we have big names who are getting into the market. But other companies and institutions who are also trying to do the exact same thing that we already have 15 of, but it ends up making really big news because it's like, hey, another company is getting into crypto, and it's like, one, they've already been into crypto. They just haven't told you. The fact that you didn't know that they were already into crypto doesn't mean that they're like, well, it's Tuesday, I guess we should announce we're into crypto. No, they've been there for a very long time. It's just they're trying to figure out another way to get other companies and institutions to pay them as having another source of income. So what most of them will do, and it's also complete nonsense because if you're rich enough to be able to do this, you have your own information, is they'll give you like extra information. And it's like, hey, if you just pay us like $150 per month, then, you know, you can have this information. And it's like, well, they have it for free across the street. So why would I even think of, I don't know how much Six is charging, but it's more of a, that's the generalized idea. Developed using a transparent, rule-based methodology, these indexes utilize data from multiple exchanges to provide clarity and consistency. Christian Baer, B-A-H-R, Barr, president of Six Financial Information Index Services, said, the introduction of these BTC and ETH indexes emphasizes our commitment to providing sophisticated and well-adapted solutions for very specific use cases such as crypto derivatives trading. I believe these indexes will serve as an indispensable tool for Asia Next and contribute to building an ecosystem between derivatives exchanges and institutional investors. And then someone else was like, yeah, money, we're proud, amazing, awesome, fun. Cool. So similar, and I mean, we haven't had any in a while. I'm kind of shocked at the cryptocurrency space. Normally, popular news in the crypto space is layoffs, people being hired and fired. What's the other one? Oh, there's like another really weird one that always ends up making it into popular news. But years ago, this used to also kind of be it. This year, like the olden news used to be this in any type of Bitcoin derivative, any type of Bitcoin futures thing. Looking back on it, that's kind of depressing that like that was like our good news back in the day. But cool. It's cool having an additional index. We don't need all of them because they all do the exact same thing with like a slight tweak here and there. That's the Six is launching a real-time Bitcoin and Ethereum index news. I mean, cool. That's awesome that they're the first people to ever do that. News. Okie dokie. Let's move on. Also in the news, on-chain data provider Santiment has reported that XRP has finally hit a significant milestone. and that they now have over 5.02 million different wallet addresses that are holding XRP. Cool. We had that news a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, about Bitcoin as well when it came to active addresses. The news that we received before were that apparently there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million Bitcoin addresses, but a lot of them are not active, and that people may accumulate. You might accumulate on January, and you don't use it again until the next November when you end up buying some more, or you're simply accumulating and not selling any coins off, but the active addresses that were moving around coins on a daily basis within I don't know what the time frame actually was, had risen quite significantly. So we're getting a lot of like, look how many people are using our chain kind of news over the last couple of weeks, which I guess is awesome to know, and that a lot of them aren't using that term non-zero, which drives me up the wall. I can't stand hearing it. So cool. I can honestly say over the course of 8 years, I don't remember ever getting news like this, as far as like normally anything with XRP ends up being celebrated, or it's super popular, ends up being in the news a lot. I do not remember hearing a 1 million wallet addresses. I don't remember a 2, 3, 4 million address. So cool. Over 5 million different addresses now have XRP news. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in the news, apparently, after all the fear-mongering that was taking place over the course of the last 5 or so years, it looks like Binance has just about completely recovered from where they were before. Binance sprouted up in good old 2000, I believe it was 17 or 18. A lot of people thought they were a joke. They came out of nowhere. They ended up becoming the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet in no time flat. A lot of companies, institutions, newspapers, there's one in particular, began to write a number of terrible, horrible accusations about Binance and what they were doing and what they might be doing and how terrible the platform was and this, blah, 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 blah. You name it, over and over and over. And then even when I'm choosing my words carefully here. Even when Changpeng Zhao got in trouble, the amount, you might remember, because I remember, when Changpeng Zhao got in trouble in the States, I think the next day, the Wall Street Journal, JP Morgan Chase, was it Coinbase? I think it was BlackRock and one other major company all released statements at the exact same time saying that now crypto was clean. Now it was an okay place for people to be in the market. Now, and it was all these really weird things that they were all saying like the very next day to try and get people to leave Binance, because I told you all before, they're trying to make their own platforms or already have them. So they were trying to tell everyone how scary it was that Changpeng Zhao got. And then we got news the next day that a lot of people had begun to leave the platform, leave Binance, had taken their coins off the platform. But lo and behold, yeah, you can't really see it on the screen, but it's basically, this was Binance's share before. In January 2023, it moved down, and basically it's like completely matched the other, like completely the other exchanges. The other exchanges, the 23 others, it says right here, has completely matched them, and Binance will probably continue going up because it's not a bad platform. It's actually usable and workable, and I know a lot of people who really do like it there comparative to a number of other places. But yeah, I think it's quite interesting that how resilient this exchange has been despite all the mud being thrown at them consistently. Like that really sold it for me the day that he got in trouble. The day after, all these publications were like, okay, well now crypto's, and it's like, whatever. I have my own thoughts, and we knew from the get-go that this place was going to be corrupted and manipulated by these large institutions. But acting like Changpeng Cao is worse than Jamie Dimon, give me an actual break. Yeah. Good job, Binance, and I hope they continue to do well, as they were the only exchange for like 5 years who was expanding around the world. They were the only exchange. Everyone was so obsessed. Same goes to you, Ripple. We're so obsessed with just doing work in America, and it's like, go anywhere else and look how big you'll become. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to do it for this video. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See